Through the woods and mountainside, through the hollows and green meadow, through the summer, winter, day and night, through the hallowed halls of seasons and song, through the vengeance, pride and sorrow, echo the footfalls of the greaves of the Fey Hunter.
The Tuatha are on the run. Plus, it's much more pleasant here without Gadflow bellowing at me from all corners. But enough pleasantry. Are you prepared for your reunion with Ventrinio? The notes we got from Octien say that you were employed as Ventrinio's assistant in his secret laboratory. You were with him in Alabastra when you died. But the note, I'm sure the two of you have so much catching up to do. Very forthright of you. I'm sure he'll be very reasonable. He probably won't even ask why you're back from the dead. Just make sure he lives long enough to get us into Alabastra, and you can count on... Of course, I'm just disappointed I never had a chance to see the original Well of Souls. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you. By all means, be my guest. I hope you're ready for this. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you. This island smells like death. Stay behind me. Whatever that gnome's been up to, it looks like he's made of... Just as Hughes thought, Ventrinio used the same wards from their old lab. This'll be quick. Follow me and be careful. The lads are coming from somewhere in here. This is no social visit. Keep your wits...
The energy from the Well of Souls is overwhelming. Damn it! What's wrong? And why are there so many lads?
Sounds like our rat is caught in a trap. I'm sure he'd be happy to help whoever saves him. Careful, or we'll get trapped up there too. Here's where we part ways. I'll stop the lads at the stairwell. Shouldn't be hard to find him. I'll hold this staircase. Move!
A new source of power? What sort of nonsense is this? If anything had come in here, my detection spells would have... Wait. Who's down there? Show yourself. Care who you are. Get up here. Key to stabilizing the well. I get for using all those souls. I never should have let them take their souls. When you get up here, try not to look directly into the well. It can be a little upsetting. Hurry! Before the whole well starts to collapse. your time, didn't you? Gods damn it! Ever since the Balor was defeated, the Chaos magic sent the well off its alignment. You show up, and now the Laz are... Wait. What? It's you. You're alive. But I saw you die. I'm Ventrinia, of course. Don't you remember me? You were my assistant here at the Well of Souls. You were going to help me change the world. But of course, that was before you died. It was terrible. You were the best assistant I ever had. Who else could have helped me get into Alabastra? Who else had that ambition? We got more than enough Prismere, but you wanted to track down the power source, even if it meant sneaking right onto Gadflow's nose. I spent days trying to recover your body, but I never expected to find you alive, or for you to return. Speaking of which, how did you return anyway? Of course you did. We went there to steal Prismere to power the well. And you wanted to go after the source. You went off, geared for war, sneaking into Baal itself. I had a better chance of bringing you back from the dead than I had of changing your mind. I wasn't able to do either. What? That's impossible. You were attuned at this well. You've never even set foot in his lab. Ha! Hughes is a joke. He doesn't have the stomach for this work. Don't try waking the dead if you're not ready to make a few corpses, I say. But the well is coming down around us. Quick! And don't... Oh, the Laz are here. Hold them off while I try to stop the flow of energy to the well. Ignore the rumbling. Focus on the Laz. Perfectly safe, I think. Anything we can salvage? Even a piece? All my work, but at least we're still alive. Once again, I try going back into Alabastra. Well, I still have a way in, but it's more dangerous now than the... I'll need more Prismere if I'm to rebuild the well. And I suppose I owe... Perhaps this talisman can help you. It might just help against whatever killed you the first time. We got in with a little help. See, it's in his house. No one can stand but patient. And if you value... Just go to the field of... Get going. go near Drain until I get there.
The hunter runs. The hunter runs. Swiftly, swiftly for our lives. A mortal skirt of chain. A mesh of links forged in secret. The hunter runs. The hunter runs. In the tosses of the Fey hunter.
Like the gilded ghosts of youth, the curving plates of fey-like scrolls decorate the life's guard of this impostor. It says, "I am like you, Fey Spirit," and shimmers with a brilliant gleam. This cuirass of the Fey Hunter.
Run!
Did you hear that? Hold on. Someone's coming.
By the gods, it was horrible. He killed them all, and nothing could stop him. It was Dren, that freak who guards the House of Pride. He told us to leave, but we thought we could beat him. He's just one Fey, and not even a Tuatha, but the worst thing was, he seemed sorry to kill us. We'd heard the legends of Dren the Bloody, unbeatable defender of the House of Pride, But you know how Fae are with their stories. We were going to be the ones who beat him, and opened the path to Alabastra for the army. Then Dren told us to turn around or we'd die. And God's help us, we didn't turn around. That's what we thought too. But if anyone can do it...
How can one Fae be this much trouble? Damn it! I told them not to try anything until we arrived. This wouldn't be related to Aelin and her friend coming down that road, would it? If you or anyone else, I'd try to stop you. As it is, this can't end here.
Sometimes one soldier can do what an entire army cannot.
You haven't tried approaching, have you? No. This took a little longer to find than I had hoped, but it should be exactly what you... Dren had a twin in the summer court, Dith the Defender of Valor. They were both entirely... She faded when the House of Valor fell, but my early experiments with the Well of Souls provided that... You see, when trying to draw life energy from the ether, with this, you will be immune to Dren's power. Now, be fair. Fae don't have souls as mortals do. And I only got a little of it anyway. Just enough for a certain degree of immunity. It only works for one person. Trouble is, he'll be immune to your power as well. But I'm sure you can think of... With the essence of valor, you can withstand Dren's attacks. Stop being so... Now, go show that defender what a little magic...
Sometimes one soldier can do
I don't know what you're planning.
Yes, flee. Flee and live. Turn back or die. Then you shall die like the others before you. I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. No power short of death can keep me from fulfilling my duties. I know your intentions are to free my people from the Tuatha. You seem an honorable sort. You even bear the blessing of my sister. But I have sworn an oath to defend my house and homeland. I cannot let you in without a fight, and you cannot win against me. If only things could be different. If only the Tuatha were gone and my sister was back. Now, enough. We could fight each other until the mountains wear away, but that will aid nothing. My sister and I were chosen to protect our kind. So long as our houses stood, the Fae would never pass from this world. I in pride, and she in valor. We never imagined that our houses could crumble beneath our feet. Mortals led to the collapse of my sister's house, but with Gadflow's help, they shall not have mine. He may taint pride with his Prismeer and his obscene god, but it will keep us eternal. I cannot yield, but if your true intent is to stop Gadflow, then perhaps there is a way my house and my honor could... If you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers and have an honest battle. Win, and your army may pass. I expected treachery from any friend of Sidon the Outcast, and I shall have no...
You did it! Yes, I owe Ventrinio a drink. A promise is a promise, and the Witch Knights of Pride would be powerful allies to have on our side. I'll send a few soldiers along to help. Meanwhile, I'll get the gate to Alabastros. Get that gate open, and the army will be ready.
It was a time of change. The cycles of the seasons turned as ever. But inside the bones of the earth, there lurked a cold. It was not the cold of winter. Beside the houses of sorrows, pride, and vengeance, a new turmoil fomented. A magic
With you here, we can't
hitherto
lose.
unseen.
Parley and on... If you would be so kind as to have a word with us. I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak for all. We were most honored by your intention to free us. We are in seclusion, so it's best to observe this situation without any unnecessary interference or risk to ourselves. I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in Alabastra. Loath as we are to get our hands dirty in this scuffle, perhaps we can offer a more... Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, and her dreadful Prismere Chantry, of course. We eagerly anticipate your success.
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender and liberated a house full of arrogant backstabbers. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for. Pride? Their betrayal was inevitable. But soon you faced the House of Vengeance, and there the Goddess of Mercy awakens. And with every step you take into my homeland, so, welcome to Alabastra.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost, and our minds are cleared. Bravo. House of Pride, in our ineffable wisdom, renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate surrender. Your army is welcome here. We trust our benevolence will be well remembered. We thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. We trust you do not object. Most excellently spoken. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful.
The House of Pride opened its gates and welcomed us as honorary champions. They say it's simple hospitality. Now is the difficult part. We can hold Cluricon, even push Alabastra, but we will at the House of Vengeance more than you'd think. But I promise I'll explain it all to you. Maybe once Gadflow's dead. We are the charmed, the subtle, and the inspired. In happier days, but for decades, the Tuatha have been at war with us, pushing into our lands and forcing us to take up arms. Now that you've driven off the Tuatha, Those House of Pride fools don't even want to acknowledge they ever disgusting little turncoats. But useful ones to have on our side, as long as we keep an eye on them. We've known for a long time that Prismere crystals allow us to store and focus magical power, but we have no idea how Gadflow got a hold of so much of it. It makes his Tuatha the most dangerous. I'll see you in Alabastra.
Hope you've got better luck this time, eh?
Hello.
The jester of the King of...
Agarth, I've been reviewing my note. I don't know exactly, but it must have been a tremendously powerful source of magic. So powerful that the Well of Souls couldn't help but pick up on it. You were attuned to the well in my lab, but Hugh's well captured your essence. The power in Bale seems to have been the missing element. What's more, I think that power is the source of the Prismere crystals. Something intelligent and malignant. The creature the Tuatha call something incredibly powerful. I don't know if we even have a name for what she is. Because she's not a god. She's something much, much worse. And judging by the growth of this Prismere, whatever Gadflow's been doing, so you've got to stop him before it's too late. With tremendous difficulty. Even so, there weren't as many Tuatha here, and we used magic which you provided, in fact. You never did explain where you got those fascinating little artifacts.
Hey, you're the hero. Don't have much for supplies. But you're welcome to the... Yes, what's mine is... yours. If I...
There you are. Got myself a little tied up here. And is it a trick of the eye, or are these crystals growing? Just got myself tied up in some trouble with the locals. Nothing I can't handle. Honestly, I haven't had this much fun in decades. Not on your life. This old man can still take care of himself, you know? But I will take just a moment to catch my breath. Stupid old lungs. Keep going. I'll meet you at Vengeance.
Die, Gosling!
With horror's screams and ghostly face, we leave blood in a graven place. The forest black and nighttime sky, the blood that pours forth from your eye. A feast for maggots, craven all, that eat the dying when they fall. Instead of vibrant fighting flesh that fights the barghest and the thresh, that knows the plight of Seelie Fae, you who walked the Niralim's way, and reckon fates of mortal dust, and keep an oath or break a trust. We hunger for your corpse once more, to hear your cries and anguished roar. The High King Mathon ruled the bleak, silent fields of Wintertide. He kept the season as it should be. The blizzards howling, the skies filled with snow in the gloom of a long night. He purified the land under a white blanket and allowed death to end the slow decay of autumn. The woods paid homage in leaves. The waters paused at his arrival. The world revered him in a barren stillness. The skulls atop high fulgen shine, and coldly gleam in a precise line. For us who chew on hollowed bones, while alive we wail vapid moans. It's delight for us to feed, to feast, we the winter of the East. We the corpses in putrid bloom, we of decay and twilight gloom, will never halt our...
You must hurry. There is much to do, and they're the survivors of... Forgive me. One day. That is all gas needed to unravel. Ashmore and Eventide stand astride the pass. The corridor leading from Bay... Wonderful! His camp of Cansimir's victory will be... The enemy is out there. He lords over Twilight. Victory will be yours.
Until one night, when nature changed its course, and Gadflow, like an errant thread frayed from the weave, took the crown from Mathon's head. "A joke," he said. "A joke." And the court swayed in laughter. For Gadflow's was often like the mockingbird, with many calls, but none of his own. He placed the crown upon his head, and smiling, took a crimson sword. He betrayed the Fae with a swing of his newfound freedom.
Agarth will not be far behind you. Neither of us saw any sign of Aelin's shield. A scout on the ridge above saw the Tuatha mounting for a counterattack. If you'd rather not wait, talk with Agarth. Time is of the essence. Of course. Careful.
Good to see you here. Ready? I am. But there hasn't been... Damn it all! I knew we couldn't trust her! You're right. At least now I don't need to... Right now, we just need to get through the House of Vengeance and kill... We'll go as far as... Listen. You're more powerful than I ever was. If anyone can stop this, it's you. If we get separated, I'll keep fighting to keep an escape route open for you. Stay on guard. Looks like this is it. Onwards! We're nearly there. Looks like this is it. Looks like this is it. Another victory! Looks like this is it. Looks like this is it.
My deepest apologies for not being able to join the battle. Ventrinio was something of a hassle. He attacked me. It was only a matter of time before his greed got the better of him. The closer we got to Baal, the more obsessed he became with Tianok, and with harnessing Tianok's power, just like Gadflo did. That's why he had to be stopped, and why we need to talk about our mission. I wasn't sure I could trust you. You're not the same person you used to be. We're running out of time. I'll explain as we go. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
The winter court was still as fallen snow as the jester danced and capered. Juggling knives and torches, he sang to his lords and ladies, but none smiled. Not an eyebrow raised as the snivelling jester imitated the king, not even when he took the crown from his head. Because this was the day that Gadflo murdered the winter court. This was the day the Tuatha were born, and our people became a sacrifice for Tiernach.
That has been fulfilled for centuries. When Gadflow's army arose, we recognized Tianok's tainted influence. Only a force like her could warp eternal creatures like the Fae. So you came to infiltrate Alabastra, find Tianok, and seal her away forever. And you used Ventrinio to get in, under the guise of being his assistant. If you couldn't stop Tianok, she would use her pawns to fully escape her prison, and the world would be her new plaything. You had to try, even though the Fate Weavers said you were doomed. As always, the Fate Weavers were right. When I found you in Galantarth, when I saw you had come back to life, I wasn't sure how much you remembered. I couldn't be certain you would keep our secrets. I considered killing you then and there. Nothing personal. You would have done the same to me. But then I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wielded, and I saw how useful you could be.
Since the alabaster wall was young, the beautiful bone-white forest was a place.
And he was not alone. Like the weave unraveling, the Tuatha now tainted the purity of Mathon's court. These new immortals, the Tuatha Deo, were no longer the solemn Fae of the East. Their essences twisted into a ravenous host.
The greatest heroes of winter have always fallen from the Bael's pale boughs. From Pietra the Keen to Hulgan the Hungry. When the Tuatha claimed dominance over us, heroes arose to defend winter. Gadflow laughed at their challenge and called up Tiernok's wrath. In a second, our most loyal heroes were impaled by Prismere spires. Our heroes were gone, never to be reborn,
you were destined to
and
die.
our people succumbed to Gadflow's madness.
Your destiny is up to you. Now we have a chance to finally complete our mission. Let's put an end to Gadflow before his bargain frees Tianok on the world. This must have been a lot for you to take in at once. But a lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time. And she's a creature with incredible power. A dragon. Thousands of years ago, the ancient Alpha sealed her in the Amathen between this world and the world of magic. And as her prison weakened over time, she was able to tempt, and if she escapes fully, it will mean the end of all mortal life. Tiernok's revenge for that's why people like you and I have dedicated our lives to keeping Tiernok's secret from the world. We were supposed to keep Tiernok hidden from the world, but when Gadflo found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tiernok away once more. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Everyone who knows the truth of Tiernok will be dead, and Tiernok will be sealed away once again. We can return to our duty of keeping, assuming that's the life you want to return to. But if you refuse, of course, I'd rather it didn't come to that. But you would have done the same. Ha! I have more important things to do than love. But I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
You don't understand, do you? The power of Tiernok has yes! Return to your grave! Crumble, child of dust! Crumble, child of dust!
An illusion. Something's not right. If Gadflo isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground. Someplace closer to the source, definitely. But whatever bargain Gadflo made with Tiernok, it's about to pay off. When that happens, she's imprisoned deep in the Amathen. But there's no time to spare. If she gets... Let's go. Tiernok is held captive deep in the Amathen, but her prison is weakening by the moment.
I feel you here again, full of life, full of fate. What have you brought for me?
I can feel Tiernok's eyes upon us.
Your power well. So much potential. Let's have a taste, shall we?
the fates you've stolen and turned it against you. Perhaps it is not inaccurate to think of her as a god.
Since before your kind emerged from the dark. But now, my freedom draws near.
We cannot let Gadflow free Terlock.
Godflow's prayers weaken this prison, but he is not the one who will set you free.
Don't listen. You're the only one who has the power to stop her. We're close. This way.
When you first came to me, death was your only fate, but I knew. And you were so eager to play your role.
You chose this? What does she mean by that?
I gave you freedom, and now you have returned to grant me mine.
Only you have the power to reseal Tirnoch inside the Amathen. I must keep the secret of her once Tirnoch is pushed back into her prison. But that leaves one question. Can I trust you to keep Tirnoch's secret? There are things in this world that must remain hidden. If the power of the dragons were widely known, you've seen what has happened here. Gadflo tapped a fraction of her power. He upset the great cycle of the Fae and waged a genocidal war on the young races. Just coming in contact with her power managed to free you from fate's bonds. And if you can turn that freedom against her, she will have no power over Amalur. Nothing like you has ever existed before. As always, there's no way of knowing your future. If you're victorious, it may be the last time you change the fate of the world. Even if you fall back into fate's weave once her influence is gone from this world, it will be a far better fate than what that is excellent. After all that you've done, it would have been a shame for you to die a second time. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this, anyone who... Go. Stop Tirnoch from fully entering. Nothing in the world is fated to stop Tirnoch. That's why you're the only one who has a chance. I'm just here. Let's go. There's no turning back now.
Come, Fate Weaver. Bring me your power. Sacrifice yourself and seal the fate of your world.
It's time to choose your fate. Amathen lies beyond. This is where the dragon will breach the veil.
Come forward, mortals. Behold the birth of Tirnoch. Attend your final hour.
My fate does not lie beyond those doors. You alone may change what is to come. Go!
Welcome back, mortal. How does it feel, I wonder, to return to this place? Does the pain of your death still linger? Can you feel it echo through the air? And now, In this place, you shall witness the birth of Tirnach, the destruction of the Alpha, and the dawn of the endless winter. She comes. Tirnach the powerful. Tirnach the merciful. Qualla fella Tirnach. Qualla sera Tirnach. Have I done well, lady? Are you pleased? Is it that
You have served your purpose.
But I have so much more to give.
Come closer. Give yourself to me. Crumble and fall before me.
could we have known that this would be a new beginning? I wonder now if we should have foreseen this outcome, but who knew then what fate would bring? I would have liked to have delivered this message in person, to see you one final time. That, however, would have been complicated. The order to which I belong had other plans. Were you ever to leave the crystalline fortress? When it comes to you, though, it seems no fate is written in stone. It was only through my assurances that your silence could be counted upon that either one of us still draws breath. I trust you will not make of me a liar. Were stories of what we have seen to begin to surface in the inns and taverns of Amalur, I would be asked to seek you out. And as we both know, the next time you die, there will be no return. But let us not speak of this. Your life is your own. Go now, and see what fate may bring you, or what fate you may bring. Perhaps one day in happier times, you and I will meet again. Until that day, I remain yours, Aelin Shear.
Well, well, await, but you're here and the war's all but over. So who are we to complain? Never had any doubt at all. Sidon and I were waiting for you when the ground started rumbling, and all I could think was, Gadflow just met his match. Sure enough, it wasn't much longer before Aelin Shear showed up carrying you over her shoulder. Told she left some kind of note for you, but I know better than to read a private message from the likes of her. There are still Tuatha who refuse to surrender, but yes, the war is ended. As for what's next, see, a lot of the soldiers asked me for readings after the fight. Try as I might, I can't see a fate for any of us. Tyrnok, you don't expect me to think that Gadflow's god was real, do you? Whatever happened down there, though, it changed everything.
Good morning, ma'am. Good to see you up and out. They have also allowed me to offer you access to the reserve armory. If you would care to have a look. I do hope your stay's been restorative. I don't believe my eyes.
The champion of Melsen Shear. How may I help? Go with us at his blessing. Lunar gardens are enchanting.